Wow, it's time for another show full of tips and ideas from the sales growth leadership expert, Dean Akers. Known for his experience in hyper-growing companies and creating cultures for high-performance teams, here's Dean.
Well, welcome to the Sales and Leadership Ninja Show. I'm your head ninja, Dean Akers. Every week I bring you a rant to stimulate your thinking in either the realms of sales and or leadership. Today's show is getting the dream employee, getting that person with intent. So lately I've had companies tell me how hard it is to find people. And over the past few shows, I've really been focusing on the technique of intent. Intent is a process that has worked for me for over 40 years, whether it's sales, getting great people, whatever it is, using intent has always worked. So today, we're going to talk about how intent works for you in getting good people. And again, intent is the process of going after what you want, not taking passive shortcuts and expecting results. It works again in sales, getting a job, and again, we're going to talk about getting great people today. So let's start with a baseline that I've found to be true. I have surveyed over 10,000 of my team members, and not 10,000 in count, but 10,000 times, well over 10,000 times in all the various industries I've been in, on a 10-dimension process that I call the Organizational Climate Questionnaire. Again, I've used it for years. If you want a copy of it, just reach out to me at dean@deanakers.com. I'll be happy to send it to you and you can use it for free. In this 10-dimension process, money and pay is always in the bottom half as far as what they want motivational wise. Number 1 and 2 are always the same. And they very rarely, but they change places over time, but they never drop below the top 3. And those 2 dimensions are a feeling of appreciation and a feeling of being involved. So once you know that, then the key I found in getting great people is creating an aura that your own team carries when they're out amongst friends and people they know. When they're bragging about your company because they feel appreciated and feel involved, they in essence become your biggest recruiter without, quote, being a recruiter. And by the way, you don't need to offer them money to recruit for you. They're recruiting because they are proud to bring people on the team. As a matter of fact, when you offer money, candidly, you cheapen it. Nobody's going to bring one of their rock star friends to you for $100 if they're not happy. I promise you that. If they're happy, they'll bring their rock star friend there for no money because they have that passion and they're having a lot of fun. So if you are giving them this true appreciation and feeling of involvement, it will show in their actions and they'll just make it happen. So one of my favorite questions I ask HR and CEOs when I'm visiting with them, they're talking about getting great people, I ask them this one question. To all your associates today, all of them, have a box of business cards, a 500 box of business cards. The answer, 99.99999% of the time, is no. And then they look at me like I'm crazy and they go, why would I do that? My accounting person never interacts with people. My janitor doesn't. But guess what? Yes, they do. They interact with all kinds of people. And giving them a box of 500 business cards when they start, like order them the day they come on board, tells them how much you appreciate them. It tells them that you're important. I've actually given business cards to all my associates over the years, for sure. And I've had labor pools with my contracting company, my tire company, and other companies like that. I've had grown people come into my office after they got their business cards, close the door, and break down crying. And look at me and go, I just want to tell you thank you. Nobody has ever given me my own business cards. I go, well, you're important to us. You are. And they just swell up with pride. You don't think they're not telling their friends about that? And oh, by the way, don't go to bed tonight thinking their friends aren't doing exactly what you're looking to hire. And that's how I've gotten all my great people, because my people are always recruiting for me, but they're not recruiting for me. They're recruiting by virtue of their own happiness and how they talk around about stuff. And when they show their business cards and stuff and they tell their friends, does your boss ever give you business cards? They go, no. Man, you need to be with our team. So the greatest source of people for me has always been my existing team and the energy they give off around the people they hang with. Trust me, it always works. The intent side is the engagement. Now the second stage of getting it with intent is engaging people that you want to meet. This stage is looking for people that look like they have the right stuff. And I'll give you an example. Don't ask people, we're looking for somebody that's, do you know somebody looking for a job? Always ask people, even if you're talking to people in a grocery store line, and always give them your business card, ask them, do you know somebody that wants to join a company to have some fun and be on a team that kicks butt? That's what you want to ask them. Hell yeah, I want to have fun and be on a team that kicks butt. Don't say, do you know anybody looking for a job? That isn't what you're looking for. You want somebody that comes on board that's excited about kicking butt and wants to be on your team. Be on the lookout 24/7 for these people. It could be the checkout person at the convenience store. I've gotten some great people that are Uber drivers. I engage them. I ask them what they do, what the thing is. I give them my business card and I say, hey, if you ever know some great people that want to have fun, kick butt, and be part of a team, let me know. Invariably, they'll call me or they'll turn a friend on. I've had Uber drivers turn me on to some of their friends that have been rock stars in my companies. So don't ever underestimate. You should always be recruiting so you're getting the best possible people. And this way you get engagement, because when you're engaging, they share, hey, I don't know, but this guy's engaging. Look, here's my card, da-da-da-da-da. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy, and it's always worked, and it's always allowed me to hyper grow my companies. And so I've been able to do it by my own team recruiting, again, not by motive, but because they're always talking about it, and then reaching out to the people as I see them that look like they'd be perfect for my team. Thirdly is getting to know local leaders in your education system, whether it's a high school, if you're hiring high school type folks or people with high school degrees, get to know the football coaches, the counselors, the principal, and just get to know them. Don't go pitching, I got job open, just get to know them. Send them notes. Same with the deans and the professors at the various schools that would represent what you do. If you're in the medical business and they're medical professionals, go to med school. If it's business, go to business schools. If it's sales, go to business schools. Yeah, I would even go to history schools, because anybody that's got the right stuff, if you get to meet them and they look like they're the right people, you can plug them in, because everybody wants to have fun. So you want to build this relationship first. Don't go to them and say, hey, I'm hiring. Build a relationship with them. Get to know them. Then when you need somebody, just call them up and say, hey, you know anybody that you think might be on my team that would like to have fun and be a rock star? They always send me winners. My feeder influencers it's probably my best way of recruiting other than existing team members. So you want to build these relationships with your feeder influencers. Make sure that you're doing it with intent. Using job boards like Indeed and all that, that's the lazy person's way to find great people. People send you resumes, lazy way. Go out with intent and have people bring you the best of best, not fumble through a bunch of resumes. Always be recruiting to get the best, giving your business card out everywhere, asking people, you want to be part of a team that has fun and kicks butt. You will be shocked at how that works. So today's visit, by the way, really works. What I'm sharing with you has allowed me to hypergrow companies, and I've never run an ad. I've never recruited. And when I say recruit, I've never had to have a recruiter. And it's been the secret sauce for hypergrowth of getting great people over my career. So today's lesson, if you want to get the best employees possible, you gotta go out and do it with intent. Thanks for tuning in every week, and remember to share if this helps you. My book, Self-Talk, Think Like a Child, is available on Amazon. And remember, if you ever have a question or you disagree, if feel free to reach out to Dean at deanakers.com, and I'll be glad to help you for sure. So remember, go out there and get the dream team you want.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Subscribe today to our podcast and send questions or thoughts to help@deanakers.com. Also, visit us at www.deanakers.com to listen to prior shows and view helpful videos. Also, great tips to download. Thanks again. See you next week.